everybody, Pat Huntoon here, and today we're going to be making the Fun Birthdays and Donuts card, and I have a kit that goes along with it, and I'll flash the kit up in a So first thing we're going to be using is this SD 839 Birthdays and Donut stamp. And then we're going to be using some gel pens, some stencils, some glitter markers. It's a very easy tutorial to do. I do this as a make and take at our stamp shows, so this is not something that's hard to do. So we're going to start with just a regular piece of Nina Solar white 80-pound cardstock folded in half. And I'm going to make a little sandwich. I'm making a paper towel. I'm going to put a stencil on top, and I am using here Circles Make Circles. You can use anything in the stencil wise that has dots or slashes or sprinkly like things for the background. And then I'm going to be using two Shimmering Bliss. I'm using Harvest Sunset and Festive Flamingo. So when you use any spray, you're going to roll it between your hands so that you move that mica around, because mica is heavy. It's already moved around. And then you just take it and spray it lightly on the background, nice and light. Couple different spots. You're not going to fill the whole background with this. And now Festive Flamingo. And you notice that I'm really close to the cardstock when I do that. By getting close to the cardstock, what you're actually doing is allowing the spray to actually hit where you want it to go. I'm not spraying it so hard that I'm wetting this paper totally. It is still glimmery, but it's not totally soaked through. I'm not even going to have to use a heat tool on that. Again, that's your background. It's nice and shimmery. We're just going to set it aside to dry for a minute or two more, but you see it's just, you know, it makes a one-page background that is really nice. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that Birthdays and Donuts stamp and you're going to stamp it on a piece of cardstock. I used a piece that is 4 by 2.5, and I stamped it just on the white. And we're going to color this in a couple of ways. We're going to be using the Nouveau glitter markers, and I have new glitter markers for you to take a look at. These are the 2019 colors. So let's get started with these. So whenever you use a brand new marker, this is the 192 Pressed Peony. You see how it's got a white tip on it. In order to get these going, you just tap the tip onto the paper. And I'm just going to do this with one, and then I'm going to turn the camera off and get the other two going. Do it until you see the color come out and the tip being colored. I'm going to do that with all three of the markers, and I'll be right back. So these are the colors I'm using. I'm using the gold from the Ember Glow kit. I'm using the raspberry from the Northern Lights kit. I'm going to be using the sweet apricot from the set 2019 colors, and I'm also going to be using the pressed peony. I think the fired brick is just a little too dark, so we're going to set that aside for now. So I'm using 4 colors, and all I'm doing is coloring these donuts. Now, every stroke you put down with these glitter markers, they go on like a dream. They are fatter tips, so it allows you to color larger areas. And look at how cute that is. And yet they're still translucent enough, especially the lighter colors are translucent enough that you can still see the design behind it. So I don't know. Oh yeah, I see it's catching the light. Isn't that gorgeous? So that color was the sweet apricot. I'm going to put raspberry next. So that is the beginning of coloring this. Next, I'm going to be using the Kaiser Craft glitter pens. This comes in I have them 2 ways. This comes in a set of 12 pens here. They're all glittery. They are nice and smooth. They go on so beautifully. This pack of 12 is $9.99. That's the lesser option. The bigger option is to get a pack of 48. I sell them as a pack of 48 for $34.95. So it's a really reasonable amount for 48 pens. And this is what you get with the 48. You get 12 metallic, 12 pastel, 12 pastel, 12 neon, and the same 12 glitter that's in the smaller pack. So you do get quite a few pens for the price. Open that back up again. I get asked a couple of things all the time. Do these run out, and do they stop flowing? I have not had flow issues with mine. However, I know someone who did, and all we did was we took the cap off the lid, we pulled the pen part out, and we blew into the straw. And what that does is it pushes down the ink on the pen, and it starts flowing again. So I'm going to just take these pens to add a pop of color to this piece. And I'm going to go right over the words here. And I'm going to be a little messy so that you see the pen. And using these is something you really have to feel, because they're nice and smooth. They go on beautifully. And the little amount of glitter it puts down, it just really adds so much. Now, of course, you could use these to color with, We're just using it to highlight a couple of words on here so that you get the idea of how the pens work. And I'm going to be using one of the other colors, I think maybe the orange, for the words glazed donuts. I'm going to hold this up to the camera so that you can see the glitter that those put down. It's just really, really, really sweet. All right, so I'm just going to put this card together here, and then this is dry enough. You can see there's no wetness on the back side. That's how you tell the difference. And that's dry enough to just put this right over the top, and you can tilt it or hold it on straight. And that is our sweet little birthdays and donuts card. That is our tutorial today. Quick and easy. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.